I mean, I'm still going to miss being where I am. I really am. I'm not looking forward to it, but I'm ready because I don't want all this stuff that's going on anyway. I think you get used to it as you get older. You get used to progress, but at the same time, I miss the good old times when I was young.
Karen's daddy was a farmer, and he was a good farmer. He was a good man. He would get on the phone and, okay, boys, I need some help. Unless we were working overtime or we was bad hurt, we came down and helped him.
You just learn to appreciate it. After you live away from it, you really enjoy coming back to it. He'd never lived on the farm, but boy, he got caught in the work anyway. My daddy didn't, nobody escaped work. If you were able to move, you better get your can up here during harvest time because he'd be so he'd call us. But Jimmy loved it because it's not something he had to grow up doing. I thought I found, I just cannot seem to find anything. The old house, I guess, there's a windmill, so the old house had to have been right here. That was the barn, which burned down. But this barn was the one that was here, I guess. I guess it was here when I built, or my dad built it, I don't know which. But that was the old barn we used. You can see the old windmill. Now that was that horse too, I think. That was the one. I think that's him. It took off with Jimmy.
I rode that old horse one time.
Yeah, I'll never forget that.
And that horse was a whole lot smarter than me.
Well, he got tired. I think he'd been ridden the kids and everything so much, and that they would ride him down here to the end, and then they'd ride back up.
Yeah, that was before this house was
here.
The
old house was right over here across the road in front of the shop, and so the same driveway was here. Anyway.
I did pretty good going down that way and turned him around. Did real good. I felt pretty. And then when we turned around, he seen everything back down here.
Well, he knew he wanted everybody to get off. The kids had been riding him and everything else with my brother and them.
and
he'd had enough.
He took off. I mean, he was moving. Well, it scared me. I didn't know what to do.
He was practically laying down trying to get him to stop pulling on the reins.
I let go of the reins.
Oh, I didn't even realize you let go.
Yeah, I did, and I grabbed hold of the saddle horn on the saddle too, so I didn't fall off.
I remember everybody was laughing. That was really one of my main thrills, was having Emily and Kayla when they came up here. They were our first grandkids, and they were so much fun.
I had to make up things for them to play. They would climb up in the tree and climb on the swings, but I remember one time I got in the back end of my pickup, and I said, we're going to play like this is Six Flags. So I said, y'all get over there and y'all hang on. And then I jumped up and down in my pickup and made it, jump up and down, and y'all hang on, and they would hang on, so we'd do that. And that was fun. You
were right there in the big middle of it, which is great. It is. That's what grandparents really should be able to do. That's it. That's what makes it special to be a grandparent. But, we've had some fun times. I can't even remember all of them. I just remember. And they loved rocks and stuff. They loved going to the creek. Oh, my gosh.
The grandkids would always go down to the creek. And there's a place down there I call the most beautiful place. It's where the trees are huge. They're great old big trees. And the branches grow out from the tree and kind of make an umbrella around this. That's a fair area. It's a little bit bigger than this room. There's deer run up and down through there. There's hogs, bobcats, coyotes.
Weekends will seem like all the kids was always piled up here, and then a lot of times, even after my parents passed away, it was the same thing. The kids all like to come up here. Sometimes Jimmy'd take them down here to the creek. They'd look for rocks in the water where the water's gone down. We have all kinds of neat fossils, and they have found somebody. One of the men that was familiar with that, somebody that was out here surveying or something, told Jimmy. I think he looked at one of Jimmy's rocks, several million years old.
You just see nature. It draws you closer to God. But things around us are closing in. The racetrack was the only thing out here. It wasn't too bad. Probably 15 years, it was just a racetrack. So we could live with just 2 or 3 times a year having a big mess. But then Buc-ee's moved in, and filling stations moved in, and I don't know how many restaurants are out there now. Then here comes the warehouses. And now that was really the downfall of everything. There was 3 privately owned campgrounds like myself, and the warehouses started buying them out and building warehouses. Property across the road selling out, and the property due north of us is selling out. And then they put that wrecking yard down at the end, and that's a nightmare. You got car part, pieces of cars falling off in the ditches and stuff. And I used to pick them up until it got to be so much stuff that, you know, I'm going to have to make a wrecking yard of my own. The warehouses come over here, and they offered us actually more money than we could afford to turn down to build a warehouse here.
Well, it's just,
I pay attention to all the warehouses that's on the west side of the Speedway, and they bulldoze everything. They're going to put water and sewer up and down the creek, so they'll be taking out a bunch of trees and stuff, you know, for the construction of the buildings. You know, you got to have water and sewer.
it's just hard to leave. I mean, I thought I was going to die here. So that is heartbreaking to me. Sorry. Don't mean to get emotional, but it is emotional. It really is. Because I felt like when I moved back here that I would never leave.
I'm like my wife. I'd just soon live and die here. In fact, I've already got some lines going for Granny when we get moved into town. Like, what am I going to do?
Our hedges that need to be trimmed and everything. You used to keep them trimmed and looking pretty.
And then they got all the wrecking yard down at the corner.
It's nothing like it used to be. It used to be country road, not anymore.
Yeah, we used to live in the country.
Yeah, we did.
When you was a kid, you couldn't wait to get out of here.
Oh, I know it.
But then when we had the opportunity, her parents passed away, and we had the opportunity to come back,
Well, we didn't want
and
to
she
sell it.
couldn't wait to get back. and now then that we're selling the property, she
It's bittersweet.
yeah, uh, it's sad that we're leaving again, because
I'm really happy here.